Well, I think that's so,
Yeah.
we're close to them wire though.
Yeah.
It could have been given to somebody.
Or not.
Education.
Yeah. We can probably schedule.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody here today. We'll call the meeting to order. Everyone please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Silence your cell phones, please. Let's settle. We do have roll call.
Mayor Plummer,
Here.
Commissioner Brooks.
Here.
Commissioner Fields.
Here.
Commissioner Gray.
Here.
Commissioner Galbraith.
Here.
We have a quorum and ready for the transaction of business.
Okay, Mr. Belcher.
Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year. Item number 4A on your agenda, approval of the minutes of the December 16th, 2025. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, I would ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Brooks.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Fields. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, item number 5 on your agenda, 5A, first reading ordinance 2026-1, net energy metering. Brian and or Aaron, do you want to step up and talk about what we're doing here?
Well, he's coming forward, and we've been talking about this for quite some time, so. We had this almost ready to go in the fall, and then wanted to double check with the consultant, which is a good thing, 'cause there's a small adjustment to the draft we had at that, so we'll set this as a new first reading. I don't mean to be short shrift with this, but if anyone has any questions, Mr. Sparkman would love to entertain those.
It hasn't been a long time coming.
If not, we'll have this on for second reading.
Now you feel comfortable.
Yeah, this one's, parallels very closely a lot of our, neighboring utilities and quite a few other municipals as well.
Okay.
And it's fair to us and fair to the customer.
It's fair. Yeah. Win-win. Okay.
So just as an overview, it allows for residential solar projects. And I think that's something that, you know, we've wanted for some time, and a lot of our neighboring utilities are utilizing this. And again, through working with our consultant to make sure that we've got the proper system in place that we think that we can manage as a utility. And it's going to benefit the customer. And it's been asked for us.
We have the equipment already that's capable of doing what the ordinance is requesting and specifying.
Okay.
And there shouldn't be any real changes to potential existing customers that have solar installed. And then coming down the pipeline, there won't be any real huge differences between what we would require and anyone else would require.
We don't need to purchase any new equipment or anything.
We're literally ready to go.
Ready to go. Okay. That's first reading, right?
First reading.
New first reading.
Yes, first reading.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. All right, item number 6 on your agenda. Several things on the consent. I have a couple of things I want to highlight, but first, would any of the mayor of any member of the commission like to raise any of these items?
Item C, with T-Mobile, are they offering us any new services that are gonna really benefit the office or whatever? Because we still have patrons or customers who say, it takes me a long time to get connected to certain offices. So is there any,
So like when they call,
When they
customers
call.
call City Hall, we can talk about that a little bit. That's part of what I was gonna talk about in my update, not specific to the T-Mobile contract, but, that's kind of more of administrative
okay,
things that we are working on
okay,
in-house. So,
okay.
but as far as new things on that contract itself, Brian, are you aware of anything? I knew that there was a 3% built in.
It's
I
because
saw that.
it's the renewal one.
Okay. No outstanding new services, here it is, you get to try.
No, because this was just their antenna on our tower.
Okay,
This wasn't services they get.
okay,
Yeah, or anything that they offer local customers.
Okay.
That's their business model, and they are, we're leasing space
okay,
for them to have it on our tower.
okay.
Any other?
No, you answered I had 2 or 3 questions, you answered that, so.
Okay, prior. Okay.
Yeah, proper, yes.
The other thing that I wanted to highlight is the Strand agreement. I know it does say, we, Stan and I had talked about this, Brian as well. It does mention the 10-year. But in the memo, you'll notice that this is a renewal from 21, I do believe. So
Originally,
it was actually 19, so we're actually 7 years in to that. So this will extend it to 2029, so it's not 10 years from now. It's from what we've already been working with them on. So I think to have that on-call agreement up to date, and then we can address, and 29, I think, is the expiration on this current one. So when I first saw the 10-year, I was like, well, and then Brian and I, we discussed, and so it's from the prior.
and there's been a few things we've sent them, all of which has come before you all for approval. So,
And from time to time, we will call on them to work on, not just the Forest Mill Road project or large capital improvement project, but from time to time, we'll call on them to, hey, can you run some numbers on, a smaller project or something minor? And that's what this is designed to address. And then also a lot of new faces. We're working on a lot of different things, but mainly filling the vacancies throughout the city, here at the front office and the City Hall, as well as in our field operations. So welcome to new employees, and they are on here for your consideration and under the consent as well. So those are the 2 things that I wanted to highlight. If there's anything else, I'd be
A couple of familiar names though, there.
Yeah.
Are back.
That's good. Absolutely. Welcome them. So, but I'll be happy to address any other, if you want.
No.
Pull anything else out. If not, we would entertain a motion.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
All right, motion by Commissioner Galbraith. Second. Motion, or second by Commissioner Brooks. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all very much. All right. Item number 7 under regular agenda, item A, municipal order 2026-3, appointment of ABC administrator. For some time, I think, I know city manager has had this administrative function with the new chief coming on board. Of course, we have our interim chief and then ultimately the full-time chief, and working with Stephanie. Stephanie has been doing this, the city clerk has been doing this for a lot, administratively for some time. And I think, I guess, with respect to just day-to-day operations, this makes sense. And several cities throughout Kentucky, the city clerk, that's their function, so, and part of their job duties. So I would ask that this, if there's any questions, I'll be glad to, or Stephanie as well, to address those. And if not, I would ask for a motion. We have a roll call on that, right?
I'll make a motion.
Okay. We have a motion by the mayor. We have a second.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Galbraith.
Would you like a roll call?
Yeah, thank you.
Mayor Plummer,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks,
Yes.
Commissioner Fields,
Yes,
Commissioner Gray,
Yes.
Commissioner Galvin.
Yes, ma'am.
Motion carries.
Thank you. All right, item B, municipal order 2026-16, phase 3 of our police revised, police revised and additional policies. This was the third phase of part of the accreditation for the police department. I think there was, so this is the third installment of various SOPs, standard operating procedures for the police department. We looked at, I want to say, how many, Chief, or Scott, how many were there total, like 100 plus?
Yeah, probably around 9, just under 100.
Yeah. So hopefully you received the link and had an opportunity to go through those. If you have any questions, we can address, and we had some.
Yeah, and I had 3 that I sent you all, and just incredible kudos to Captain Tobine and Captain Harmon and everybody else who pitched in on this. This is a ton of work.
Yeah.
I was joking with Scott, hopefully when you do this accreditation every 4 years, this is saved, and so the next time around, it's not quite so much, but how it is. They give you a packet, and it's 1,000 pages. So I call this, what I sent you yesterday, just to align with our former government. And then as we were looking at it, we've got some really old ordinances that were passed, I think for any of us were maybe even alive. So probably needs to do some cleanup on that, because as you all know, with in the accreditation world, those could change every 4 years. KLC could make some recommended changes, and those ordinances have just sat there where we've been compliant year after year after year and time after time. So we just need to do some cleanup so that there's no question, there's no conflict, but we'll leave that for another day. But again, kudos to all you all for getting this done. It's a ton of work.
Yes, absolutely. Marissa as well, I think, both administrative staff and PD, and from time to time, these will change, and as Commissioner Gray knows. Yeah, it's good to have standard operating procedures, and I think we'll look forward to that. I think in the fire department as well, they're working on SOPs as well, so. Any other questions or? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve.
so moved.
Motion by Commissioner Fields, so a second.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Brooks. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, thank you very much. All right, item number 8 on your agenda, reports outside agencies. Who's to go first? I know Allison said she is in leadership, right, Betty? Okay, would you like to lead us off? And Michelle is also in training as well this week, so.
Good morning, Betty.
How are you all?
Good morning,
A little sticker for everybody. I'm just gonna briefly talk about the first event for, the America 250 celebration, which you all are getting, a sticker, and I'm gonna leave some up here. If anybody else wants one, they can take one. That is the adopted, Bourbon County logo for the celebration. So when you see this logo on something, it means that whatever event's going on is part of the celebration. I believe I told you that we would have a calendar this time for all the events, but we are still working on that. And Allison and I plan to do a big presentation next commission meeting to talk about everything. We are getting together with people and pulling ideas and getting everything down to the final events. However, it is challenging. So, because some people don't have an event till October. So they're thinking they have plenty of time to get everything in. Let's see. If you will look at some point on Facebook, Allison has set up a page on Facebook, and all the information that's on that page, we're asking people when they have a event plan to please put it in that one location, and then everybody can find it. So the first And I think we've got 70 people so far that are following it. So, you know, you need to get on there, look up, celebrate 250, and join if you haven't joined. So commemorate the events that we're planning are in commemoration of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And throughout the year, we will experience educational programs, reflect on our nation's past, honor the contribution of all Americans, and look toward the future. So when we started making these plans, we put it out there that, well, of course, as we were volunteered to coordinate everything, we put it out there inviting whoever wanted to have an event, participate, be on the committee. The committee is literally a group of folks that all have something planned to do during the year. And anytime anybody wants to, they can certainly join, and we will coordinate their efforts. They can call Allison and I, and we can meet one-on-one. We want this to be successful, and we want it to be successful for everyone. So we're looking forward to lots of activities, and you all can look forward to our presentation at the next meeting. How's that?
What was the name of the Facebook page?
It's Celebrate. If you just put in America 250 Bourbon County, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Storytelling, for example, they're doing one of their storytellers is Sheila Arnold, that you all know, is going to do a story that's specific to America 250. So it may be an event that's already going on, but they're going to do a part of it with something that celebrates the Declaration of Independence. So, any questions? Thank you.
More to come, right?
Thank you, Betty.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Betty. Yeah.
Mike and I were talking, Mike Smith and I were talking yesterday about looking at doing some improvements downtown, with the trash cans and some ornamental,
I'm
decorative
excited
items.
about that. That's gonna be
I
great.
think that will, be added to, for the 250,
Well-
as well as just downtown in general.
And keep in mind that the hotel will be opening and
Yes.
Breeders' Cup is in Lexington this year. So we will be having lots of visitors, throughout the year. So,
Roll out the red carpet, for sure.
that's right.
Thank you. Anyone else outside? Hey, yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, for the Brownfield grant that we're applying for here in Bergen County, Bill Alverson and I have collected 290 signatures. They have been sent to Kristen and Sherry. If someone else needs to sign a letter from me or Bill, send it to us. We'll get it to them. They are going to be submitting this grant the week of the 19th. Okay, any questions? Questions?
We got a good feeling about it, right? I mean, we had a good turnout for the.
Oh, we gonna get it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I love it. We're enthusiastic. So, good. Appreciate everything. Sheriff, do you have anything?
I do not. Thank you, sir.
All right, again, I'd just like to welcome all the new faces and welcome new staff. Thank you, and to current staff, thank you all for everything. Obviously you do on a daily basis throughout the holidays, stepped up. Again, we're in a good time of year. It is a good time of year. We're obviously winter time is there's always something to do. So, and emergencies and we need to respond and staff does that very well. Any comments from staff? I know Chief has some
Questions about, homeless population, maybe our
Yeah,
program that we're working on?
yes. Commissioner Fields, I had sent an email about the homeless program, and we're teaming up with the Bourbon County Sheriff's Office to do care packages. These packages will have the basic essentials, so that's kind of what the program will be. The police department will have those in the patrol room, so if they run into someone who may need those items, we'll relay that to them. So that's the beginning phase of it. I think we're also going to team up with the health department to maybe offer other programs within that. It's at its inception right now.
Yeah.
I think in the past they did it, and then that's kind of transitioned a little bit, so we're going to put it back in place.
Good deal.
Start.
Chief, we got our EMT class started yesterday. Is that right? Want to talk a little bit about that? How many folks?
We are max at 14 total. It is a 6 weeks class.
Do we still have our junior fire kids?
We had 5, now we're down to 3. We had 2 more openings, but I think a few people have put in for that.
Okay.
So it's all still going good.
Okay.
I have a couple other things. Do we want to introduce our new staff?
I think so.
Stephanie?
Christina, December 9th meeting, you guys had approved a finance specialist. Christina is here. She's already assumed my old office with a window, forward facing. She's gonna be doing business license, property tax, occupational license, and collections. So her plate is very full. But if you want to introduce yourself, I know it's hard when you see a piece of paper, but this is the friendly face that will be making the calls and collections, so.
Hi, everyone. My name is
You want to come up to the table?
You're soft-spoken.
Everybody gets a turn.
Yeah, right.
My name is Christina Cunningham. Like she said, I've been learning all the ins and outs of the taxes and licensing department. Since I began, we've completed a full audit of all of our business license. Just trying to consolidate and make sure everything's up to date. I've also been working with our third-party vendor for collections, trying to understand how they're doing it, and I actually look forward to getting in deeper with the collections. We're about to send out late notices for property taxes for the city. So if you all have any questions or any citizen inquiries, just feel free to pass that on to me. Okay?
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then we also, on today's agenda, approved Angelica. She's coming from the police department. She's gonna be the executive assistant for the main floor. She's already hit the ground running, and it technically doesn't start until the 19th. But Betty Ann gonna be helping out with America 250. She's gonna be the face for the city for that, so she's gonna be our appointee for that. And she's already started a project for Commissioner Fields with a tree planting project, so, you wanna say anything or no?
Well, I just want to say hi to everyone and thank you all for giving me the opportunity and considering me for the position. So it's nice to still be in the city. So thank you guys and it's nice.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
The main portion of her job is when the phone rings, she will answer it.
Thank
So
you.
that is something Matt
Yes.
wanted. So no more phone tree unless there's something where they're all out of the office. But my understanding is they're gonna route through 2 or 3 people for a live. So now when you call City Hall, Matt has set it up that we have a live person now answering all calls.
So I think before we, again, before Christmas, before the holiday season, we talked about, again, trying to be more customer service oriented. And I think with Angelica, of course, she's familiar with the city processes, so she's been here. And then with Christina, having that window to, again, to meet the needs of the public when they come in to City Hall and as well as when they call. So I think that's an emphasis, a focus that we as a team have tried to again instill and then make sure that we address the needs of the public. So got a couple other folks, I think, again, no strangers to the city of Paris. Also, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Austin Curran. I'll be coming back to work with distributions and collections. I worked for the city a few years ago, and I'm just looking forward to being back and working with y'all again.
Thank you.
Glad to have you back.
And then, of course, Samuel.
Samuel Harney, I'm a longtime resident of Bourbon County, very grateful to be back. Did a 2-year internship with the city back in high school. Came back here after my 2-year church service mission. Went to Lexington for a short period of time, but very thankful to be back. Love water, love wastewater. It's my passion. I know there's plenty of work that needs to be done. A lot of infrastructure that's in critical need of upgrading, but very grateful to be back to work alongside you all to ensure that it happens in a proper manner to maintain growth and to hopefully see their vision for this city comes to pass. Thank you all.
Thank you, Samuel.
Those Harney boys shut that wastewater in their blood, man.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes.
I think, I don't know if Samuel and I have talked, it's like the last 60 years, there's been a Harney involved in city government or city operations. Maybe 60, I don't know, maybe more. I did have a few things and then I'll try to wrap up. Brian and I have talked a little bit about the consent agenda. We're looking at trying to reorganize that a little bit better, making it more, maybe grouping some things like the personnel or the contracts. So again, stay tuned on that. We'll try to break that out a little bit more. Brian, you want to add anything else further on that? So next meeting, possibly the first meeting in February, we'll maybe see that a little bit differently, and then we can have some other discussion, vote on those items as a group versus, the whole thing. So working on that. And then Mike Vanier and I had a conversation with Mike Davis moving forward on the Fords Mill Road sewer project. We're again submitted everything, got everything submitted to Kentucky Division of Water. So it's in their hands and moving forward to hopefully anticipated bid letting of like 1st of March. Is that right? Early March to bid that project, and then again, construction throughout the remainder of the year. We obviously have to have the money spent by the end of this year. So we're hoping to wrap that up in November. So, but there's some contingency and rain days built into the schedule. So moving forward on that, I'll let Brad talk a little bit about where we are with audit, and then upcoming on the budget. I wanted to have a strategic planning, probably a 1-day workshop around Valentine's Day, maybe mid-February, to talk, again, invite the departments to, again, as a planning for the budget meetings in March, April timeframe. So Brad, you want to talk a little bit about where we are on the audit?
Yeah, on the audit. So next week, they're going to start working remotely on the audit, and then we're looking for the week of January 26th or February 2nd for them to be on site and just kind of finish everything up. So.
And then look forward to the 1-day planning, strategic planning, mid-February. I think Marissa and I are nailing down a date, and then we'll send out some dates. Make sure that you all are okay with that. And then, of course, next meeting is our joint city-county meeting, immediately following our regular meeting. So if you all have agenda items that you'd like for me to share with the judge, send those to me. Get me afterwards, or send me an email, and I'll send out a request as well, just as a reminder. So with that, that's everything that I had. Mayor, did you?
I just want to remind everybody that our employee, Tony Staff's wife, is being buried at services today. So his station starts at 11, funeral starts at 1 o'clock. So
There was a card that went around, so hopefully everyone's had an opportunity to sign that. Thank you, Mayor.
that's all I have.
Commissioner? All right, good. Commissioner? All right, Commissioner?
No, the only thing I was going to comment on is you said something about our joint meeting, and I think the second meeting we have with the county is early April or something. And I thought last year it went really well when we had, let's say, our community partners in there. We listen. There's one presentation and we can all hear the same presentation. And I thought it went really well last year for both the city and the county. And it gave us a great opportunity to exchange information between the city and the county and look at, how we could fund and things like that. And then,
So it's budget related?
yes,
Okay.
yes, they would all bring they made all of our community partners were making a presentation to the city and the county together, so that instead of having one meeting for the county at a certain time and one for the city at another time, we got together and we took I'll say the biggest part of an evening or two down there, and everybody got to hear the same story. I call it the same story.
Yeah, no, that's good, yeah,
We have that scheduled already, it's in your packet.
What is that? Can you tell us the day?
April 2nd. April 2nd.
Okay, thank you, I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well,
But
absolutely.
anyway, I thought that went really well, and I was hoping we could continue that when we
Yes.
have our second meeting in April. But it really, I thought it helped move the process along, even though budgets are so time consuming and things like that. And
Well, that's why I wanted to have kind of a workshop to
Yes.
talk in advance. And that formulates some ideas, and then the department heads can go back.
Right.
And then we have our formal, having departments in, then we've laid that groundwork.
it makes me always think about that, our current budget is just shy of $40 million. So I don't know whether the public, and I guess they can hear that, but 40 million, and it went from 27 in 2023 to 40 now. So if we have a $40 million budget, that means we gotta have $40 million worth of income coming in. So, we got challenges, okay?
Yeah.
We got challenges. Anyway, I'm through.
No.
I can talk about this all morning.
Madam Clerk, do you have anything? Brian? Hey, all right. Brad, do you have anything else? All right.
Oh, good. I didn't steal your thunder. All right. Okay.
Okay, if there's nothing further, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. So motion by Commissioner Brooks and second by Commissioner Galvin. All those in favor?
All right.
We are adjourned.